Yo, welcome to CypherBeastT.V. I am your host with the most 24/7. And today we got someone in the building that's been active in the scene, not in the just the big stages, but he's been down in the trenches, in the ciphers, teaching, building the culture, community, and battle against some of the top level B-boys we see today, which is like Rocks Right, Iron Monkey, Remind, Born. There's so much more out in West Coast, California. We got B-Boy Lil Rock. Yo,
Yes,
what's
sir.
good?
What up, guys? What up, Tony? Thanks for having me.
Yo, yeah, thanks for getting on, dude. I kind of want to know your backstory. Like, how did you get into breaking?
Okay. How far back you want me to go? Like
Ooh,
day one, like very first memories, or or how I started.
yeah, kind of how you started. I mean, how'd you get exposed to it? Like, how
So
old were you back then,
I grew
too?
up. I grew up in Mexico. Of some of my very first memories of life were literally my brothers going to our next hood to go battle them, and I remember them carrying
Oh,
cardboard
okay.
to go battle them. A couple years later, I found out like my best friend, his brother was a dancer for a very famous artist, and that he was always gone, and his brother was basically making a living from dance. And I was like, what the hell? He's dancing with this superstar girl artist, and he's getting paid for it. Like he's never home. And he's like, yeah, dude, that's what my brother does. So those are like some of my very first. I mean, my brother's breaking were like my very first experiences of getting exposed to breaking. And then when I came to the United States, which was like 93, 94, I saw breaking during lunchtime. I saw breaking a little bit here and there in my junior high. But when I got to 10th grade, sophomore year, there was some people breaking during lunchtime. And yeah, I just jumped in there, bro. I was already like doing a few moves, kind of like Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer's, inspired movements. And of course, I seen my brothers doing backspin. So I went out there and I jumped in the circle. I did a backspin, and course the crowd went crazy because I'm little, and the guys that were breaking were like, bro, if you want to break and learn, come with us to our session. And that is the crew that I'm still in right now, which is West Coast Rockers.
Okay.
So
Dope.
that's like 96.
What other crews you're in other than California? Because you
Yeah,
said West
just
Coast Rockers,
yeah,
California. What
California and
others?
West Coast Rockers, that's it. I was part of a few other uh crews before, but it was just kind of part of the timeline. For example, I got down in Rock City in 99 to like 2001.
Oh, snaps. Okay.
Yeah, so I was part of Rocksteady crew, and then I became a part of Style Elements too, for a little bit. Shout outs to my fam. You know, they're still like my family. Just
Yeah.
how to do my own thing, and then man, bro, I'm not gonna throw out names, but I've been asked to be down in so many crews.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Some of the top crews right now, big crews, very famous crews. Yeah, I've been asked to get down with a few teams before.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy to be joining teams and crews to like make friends. I've always had like my own friends in my hood. So I never really like that's like another topic too. That I never really got in this culture to like make friends. Basically kind of hurt me too and in the long run right now. But yeah, I don't care like if your team's popular or if they're big or whatever. I hang out with my friends, bro, and that's kind of like who I build with, and that's it. I'm not in it to like make,
I feel
those
you. Yeah.
connections like that.
Okay. Okay. So you stuck with your West Coast Rockers, California.
Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah. Are you in San Diego or is
No,
San Francisco?
I grew up in Orange County, which is like mid San
Oh,
Diego and
okay.
LA. I'm a little bit more up north than the middle, but it's Orange County. And of course, we always had our beef with LA, and we've always go San Diego or Vegas or whatever. But Orange County is its own thing. We got our own history. The people who were my teachers, their teachers are from Orange County from the East. Like they were sick, bro. I'm talking sick.
Oh,
I'm talking legends. Like I know they're supposed to battle Rock City crew from what I heard in the '80s, and for some reason, Rock City didn't come. So yeah, the roots of my crew in Orange County go very deep. There's a lot of teams. I don't know if you're aware of, but there used to be a competition at Knott's Berry Farm, which is a theme park out here. Every week,
right. Yeah.
there was a competition by vans actually, and
Wow.
yeah, so that was very big in Orange County. That's in Buena Park. And so some of my teachers were part of the Vamps team that would perform at Knott's Berry Farm every week. And so yeah, there's a
Wow.
big history book here in Orange County. Now I live in Moreno Valley, which is very far in the IE, kind of like where all like the circus runaways and like the battle monkeys came from. I'm out here in San Bernardino County, basically.
Okay. What year was that when they had the Knoxbury
Dude,
battles?
that I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was from like 91 or 92 to like 96, or like 95. It was very early, bro. Honestly, I don't have exact dates. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
throwing
yeah.
some random numbers, but I think it was like
It was
89
in
to like
between that range.
95 at the most.
Damn, that's crazy. Dang,
Yeah.
that's some history right there. Right before that, you said you got down with some of your brothers. You were in Mexico, and then sometime in the '90s or something, you went to Orange County.
Yeah, I came to the United States in 93, and then I started like 90 at the end of 93, so 94, and then I started breaking in summer of 96. So like once I got here 2 years later, I started.
Oh, nice, nice. And you met some breakers, some b-boys and cats
Yeah,
during that
funny,
time.
bro, because the same block that I landed in, that my family was from, it was literally just one block, and there was like a dead end, and on the other side was another dead end. So it was literally like two blocks. It's the same street, but in two blocks, it was like blocked on both sides, and there was maybe
Like
one, two, three,
cul-de-sac or
four.
something?
Yeah, like two blocks side to side blocked, bro. There was no exit on both sides. Anyways, from that same street, there was probably like six of us there from West Coast Rockers on that same block, one block. Yeah, it's
Dang.
pretty
Were you throwing
sick.
down cardboard and during that
Yeah, I don't
time?
know if you know Energetic, but that was like literally my neighbor across the street. Like
Who?
Energetic house.
Energetic. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
not familiar.
yeah, bro, he's a big name in Orange County for a lot of
Ooh,
reasons. A lot of reasons. He did major competitions with me. That was like my main partner. When it was 2-on-2 battles, it was on and cracking with me and him. I could just tell, bro, we had like 12 routines ready to go, me and him. And they were dangerous routines. They were not like some cheap, like follow me, hotel routines, like five, six,
yeah.
7, 8. You know, the hotel routines? Those are like the ones that you make at the hotel when you're ready, when you
Right,
guys,
right.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
commandos,
yeah,
like you're like quick.
those are like
Yeah, yeah. Those
the
are called.
cheap
Oh,
ones, like
that's
they were
funny.
hotel routines, bro.
Oh, okay. I
So,
actually never heard
yeah,
that terminology. That's sick. That makes
yeah, that's what
sense.
I call the routines. I know they're like last minute routines. They're hotel routines because you guys did them yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Some
there's a
Indian.
lot of history within our one block, bro. It's called Trestle Street in Fullerton.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
and it was hood too. It was hood, like hood. It was
Oh
ghetto.
yeah. Like
Yeah, it was
dangerous,
bad.
like violence and stuff.
Violence, definitely like a lot
Ooh.
of gangster, like Chicano culture. My cousins were both, from the gang. Like you weren't cool if you were not from the gang. And that gang was
Uh
like
huh.
right there.
Ooh. Dang. Yeah.
And I was spiceless. Huh?
Do you think breaking help kind of? Did you get involved with that stuff, or the breaking kind of help steer away
When I
from it?
first got here, yeah, I did have a little lowrider bike. I would hang out with the lowrider clubs, and a lot of my friends were from the hood. Like literally all my friends were from the hood. That's why I told you, like I wasn't really trying to come in this culture to like be have friends in China or like, this
Yeah.
and that. Like chat with people like, bro, my friends are from the hood, like straight up, and they're still are. They're like, I have a lot of friends. They're still in the hood. They're from the hood. I love them. I love my hood. I love, what the hood did for me. Rest in peace. My cousins are both dead now, because of being, involved. But yeah, breaking definitely saved my life. And um, I
Yeah.
couldn't thank this culture enough. Like that's the reason why I'm still very involved. It's one of the reasons why I'm still very involved is because I felt like I can hopefully, plant that seed
Yeah.
that got planted into me and pass the roots on to future generations of kids that are maybe not living their best life right now.
Damn. Fire, dude. I love that. And speaking of that, passing down, you do teach
Yeah.
classes, breaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my life right now. That's like literally what I've been make. I mean, I've had regular jobs. I still work regular jobs here and there with my brothers, and I do other little gigs. I have a clothing brand, but yeah, most of my bread and butter is literally through teaching. I work for a few different dance studios, and then I also do a lot of private lessons.
Dope. Sick, sick. Yeah, I'd like to learn more about it and tell me more about it, while we're on here. But right before that, I just want to kind of get that timeline. So right after you get to Orange County, you competed. Were you guys just hungry and just like you guys had a lot of competitions in California, right? And so what made you guys compete to all these?
I think part of it was there's a few different things, right? Because I remember my partners like Energetic. There's another one named Kulski. He was a Rocksteady crew. That's like kind of like my OG. Respect and love to Kulski, man. Shout outs. But it was after the B-Boy Summit when they came back, B-Boy Summit 96. is when like I could tell they had a fire up in like in their life. Like they were like, we just want to train and practice. And so when I started going to practices, we had a Monday practice, we had 2 Wednesday practice, and then a Friday practice. So we're going to back every day to practices. And so when I found breaking, I was playing soccer during this time. And I just love running. I love training. I love being in shape. I love just staying active. And so anytime I wasn't breaking, I was running. And I was already running through with soccer. And then when I got out of soccer, I would go break. So for me, that fire was a mix between my friends being really into it and pushing me to come. Also, my competitive side through soccer. And then besides that was knowing that like I came here with nothing. Nobody wanted to be my friend. I was, the dirty little Mexican, didn't have money. I couldn't even speak English when I started breaking. There was a lot of fire inside of me, brother, a lot of
Yeah.
insecurities, a lot of emotions. And so I just put all of that into breaking. And that's the reason why, I went hard, bro. I went hard in the paint, like literally from 96 to 99. I think I won prime at 2000. So it was like
Ooh,
4 years into breaking. I was already basically one of the top b-boys in the nation. Not only that, in the world. I beat Benji on that final. There was a lot of there's a lot of things going on in my life, bro. And
damn.
so I just worked all that anger and all that into breaking. So it made me forget and be positive, and just kind of
Yeah.
even out the playing field. Because when you break, it doesn't matter if he's black or white or yellow, green, whatever it is, 100 or 200 or six pack or not. Like when you break, none of that shit matters, bro. You don't even talk. So that was another thing too. Don't even talk to me, bro. Show me your moves. I can't even talk to you. I
Yeah.
don't even speak English. So yeah, shit's been wild for me, bro. It's been a wild ride.
Damn. And you mentioned Pro-Am. Pro-Am was that was out in Florida?
Yeah, that was in Florida in
Yeah.
2000. And that's a
Yeah.
whole bro, that was a whole other like if I really like sit down with you and told you like the whole story, it was like literally a blessing from the sky. It was unbelievable how it all happened.
Oh, like your journey getting there or just like
Yes. Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah, it was it was like literally like God given to me. It sounds crazy, bro, but honestly, there's no other way to go about it because if I break down some of the elements and the reason why it all happened, bro, like I don't really, I don't really share these stories because I don't want to like, I don't know, man.
I mean it's up to you. You can bring it. I mean we're here. We got time. We could talk about
Yeah.
it.
So I'll try to make
I
this long
think
story.
like you mentioned, you said the God given or the faith, something, you spiritual you felt right during those moments. And there's things that I felt things that's around breaking, but I wouldn't necessarily say like within like battle mode for me yet.
Yeah.
Maybe yet, or maybe I have. I don't know. I won a couple of jams here in Portland, but nothing travel wise. Anyways, no, dude, it's good. I would love to hear it. So I think that stuff is inspiring, and it would probably motivate and inspire me, and maybe the viewers, whoever's watching too. And that I think it'll be. These are kind of the stories that we can unravel and get a better
I'll
sense
just
of
try
your
to
journey.
I'll make it try to make it short and sweet, man. Like I was at the summit one time listening to they had some speakers there. I forget the terminology right now. I'm blanking out. But they had Ken Swift was speaking. Somebody tapped my
All the
shoulder.
panels,
What is it?
panel.
A panel. Yeah, my bad. I was just spacing out. So I was listening to a panel. Ken Swift was talking. Somebody tapped me on my shoulder, gave me a card. It said, "I'm the lady in the back. I have an opportunity for you. I'm the lady with gray hair in the back. Talk to me after." Boom. I talked to her after. Next thing you know, she gets me a gig to go to Massachusetts for 2 weeks with a team of random b-boys that I don't even know. I go to Massachusetts for 2 weeks. I stay there. I train for 2 weeks as I had nothing else to do. So I'm training super hard every day. The
Yeah.
year later, she tells me that I can bring more friends because of how they were happy with me. So I bring a couple more friends. So that was 99. And then that same year, she tells me, "Hey, there's a big competition going on in Miami. Would you like to go?" I said, "No, I don't have any money." She's like, "I'll pay for you." She paid for my flight.
Wow.
She paid for my hotel, gave me an itinerary with all of the times, my check-in and all that stuff. Pay for our taxis. When I'm leaving to Pro-Am that morning, my mom asked me, she told me, "Good luck for the competition." I said, "No, I'm not entering. Like in my eyes, I don't have what it takes to even get into this level." I'm being completely honest with you. I did not expect to, I wasn't even thinking to enter. And so my mom's like, "Oh, well, good luck." And I'm like, "No, I'm not entering." She goes, "No, you should do it for me for Mother's Day."
Mm-hmm.
And
Damn. Yeah.
so from that lady tapping me on the shoulder, getting me the gig, to buying me the flight, my hotel, paying for everything. I had no money, bro. She made an ID for me, literally, because I didn't have an ID. She made an ID herself for me to fly, homemade. And then to my mom asked me to enter. And then somehow I ended up in the finals versus Benji. I have no idea how that happened. That was, like I said, bro, it's just like the filtering process was crazy. And then in the last battle, here I am versus Benji. I knew he had just beat Abstract. He had beat Flips, like, or he had beat, like, he had the craziest battles. And I was just sitting
Oof.
there like, oh my gosh, this is a whole other level. So I mean, here I am. I have to battle him in the final. And all I can do is like, okay, what does he not have? Well, he
Hmm.
has everybody's kind of upset because he doesn't really like break. He's flexible and he's like kind of like a circus, like B-boys that, like, I'm used to out here because they're doing a bunch of flexibility. But
Yeah.
he can't really break. He doesn't have any flavor. He doesn't have any
Yeah.
foundation. So I won the crowd over by teaching him six step in the middle of the battle.
What? No way.
Yeah, I had to teach him. I was like, watch me, bro. Like, so yeah, that whole event literally sparked my career, put my name in the map and changed my life. And like I said, think about the old lady, think about my mom and telling me to enter. Like it like I said, it was kind of like given to me, bro. I didn't train for it. Like it was,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this, but I
Everything kind of just flowed together, and you're looking back, and you're like, it's
yeah, it was a
like,
blessing.
what does this mean? Like,
Yeah.
whoa, yeah, blessing, yeah, yeah, that's
It
wild.
was it's been nuts, and that's exactly how kinda, like, my career till this day, it's still like, things like that are happening, and I don't really preach, I'm not like the guy who, like, goes to church like that. I be honest with you, I barely read the
Yeah,
Bible, like, but I have this connection with God. I know that he knows that I just carry his torch, and that everything that I do is for him, under his name, and for a good cause, and he just takes care of me, bro. It's so crazy to see everything happening. I could go on and on about the blessings, Rod, but it's just been amazing to me, and just having that personal one-on-one relationship without having to preach, without having to go to church, without having to read the Bibles and be super religious, and sharing that or pushing that, onto
yeah,
social media and other b-boys. Like, I just live by trusting him, bro. Like, and he just takes care of me all the time, I swear. It's crazy.
yeah. I no, that's amazing stuff. And there's moments I felt stuff like that too, like spiritually. I'm like, this is it's weird, right? It's kind of you can't really explain it, but you're like, you're blessed. All you could be is grateful for what you have and what's going on.
Yeah.
Uh, Dude, God, that's how that inspires me, bro. That was tight. I like that. And we're humble, right? Humble. We don't really preach in a sense to like, hey, bring it, but you feel it, and there's other people that felt it too that could relate to it and relate to what you're doing and feeling too.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, keep trusting that
Man,
feeling, guys. I don't know. I'm not saying become religious or not, but just, trust in whatever God that you believe in.
yeah, yeah, and
Follow
like I
that.
was mentioning, in moments I had, it's like, but because I'm Buddhist, right? And so so every year we go to like the temple during the New Year's, but other than
Mhm.
that, we don't go every week or every month. We go like once a year, probably.
Crazy.
And so, but to feel that feeling from spiritually is, yeah, yeah. There's moments that I'll speak it later on down the road or off screen or something. Yeah, I definitely felt some of this stuff. It's crazy. It's just a blessing. Yeah, we could preach on it, right? Damn. After that, after Pro Am, when was that battle? I'm about to look it up later. 2000, 2001. Well, I guess
2000.
yeah. All right, Little Rock versus Benji. I'm sure something will pop up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2000.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, I was sick. It was a really, really, like, really dope time. I met a bunch of people from all over the world. Obviously, France was there. People like Benji, Flubber. There's people there from Chicago. There's people there from all over, bro. Like, I met people from Puerto Rico there. That's right. I made obviously wide connections. So the people in
For
my
sure. Yeah.
own neighborhood didn't really even matter if they didn't want to hang out with me anymore. I'm like, "Psh, I don't care, bro. I got friends, like, in other parts of the world, which to me, like, that was like a major thing coming from Mexico, and like, being rejected by the locals in my community sometimes. Not everybody, but there were some
Right.
people who were like, fuck, look, they were kind of dicks, bro. So, like,
For
all right.
sure, for sure. I get it. Yeah. Dang, dude. And then what other would you say that would be like the highlight moment of your battles? Or are there other battles that you're like, damn, this one's another good one too that you have
I
entered?
I definitely think like freestyle session in the boat with the crew. I think that was like 2000,
The Mary boat, or what's it
2003 or
called?
2002. Yeah, the
Is that
Queen
Freestyle
Mary.
Session 8? Yeah, the one on both. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was crazy. I remember seeing
yeah.
footages.
That was a major change and shift in our crew. There's so many battles I can go back to, including like personal battles that like, were I guess life changing. But yeah, as far as like mainstream that a lot of people would know is definitely freestyle session
Mm.
with the crew. So I think that's when we stamped our name, in the culture and kind of came really strong.
Where did you enter as West Coast Rockers?
No, it was California. That was like,
California?
yeah, we already had our crew made. California started in New York like a year before that, and it was just going back the same thing, that lady with the card. So
Mhm.
now this was like the third or fourth year that I was already going on the same trip, and she told me now instead of going with a bunch of those random b-boys, she's like, now you can hire everybody that you want. So first year I
Right.
went, second year I took two friends. The third year she was like, okay, hire everybody. So that's how California started. We went to New York, and we didn't have a name. It was just a bunch of homies, And before the battle, this guy named Manson. I don't know if you know Manson. He was from Rhythm Bucks from San Diego. He's Reveal's crewmate.
Okay.
I know you had Reveal on here. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Manson was a b-boy from his crew, and he was also a rapper. And he said he was rapping on the way to the jam, and he said something about California. And then one of our other crew members, Energetic, was like, "Yo, we should use that name as our crew name." And so we entered in New York
Ooh,
as California, and we kind of stuck with that. We came back, and then a year later, that's when we started doing freestyle session the boat. We started preparing for that. That shit was wild.
damn. Damn, that's fire. And that was Crew vs. Crew. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta recap and watch some of that. Some of
Bro,
those.
major crews, dude. Like Havoc Coral was there.
Yeah.
Rocksteady crew made a team. You had Battle Monkeys, you Super Crew. You had like
Mhm.
Knucklehead, bro. Those fucking Minnesota was there. Like fuck, bro. There's a
More
lot of people there. Massive Monkeys. That's who we ended up going to I think the finals with. Uh, yeah, bunch
yeah.
of fucking sick ass b-boys, bro. That shit was dope. Like everybody was dope at that time. Everybody. No, 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 no bullshit. It was full of super teams. It's dope.
Dude, pivot back not pivot, but so after freestyle session, so you're still competing till this day. You won freestyle session last year, 2 versus 2 with Crumbs.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
how like I'm sure that was a moment too, right? And so
Yeah, that was like one of the biggest ones, right? Like to be honest with you, that was in another fucking wild story too. That was a big one, bro. It was probably one of the most important ones because I really wanted that ring. We've won five
mm,
fucking freestyle sessions before, and we never got a ring. So when he started giving out the gold rings, I was like, "Fuck, bro, why didn't we get one when we won? We have five of them.
oh
Like
right.
I could have been on some Kobe shit." But yeah, so I really wanted a ring forever. And I was gonna enter a freestyle session when they first did it, but I was 39 and a week
Mhm.
away from being 40. And I asked Cross if I can enter. I said, I'm 39, bro. I'm 1 week away from being 40. He didn't let me. So it kind of
Yeah.
I got hurt, bro. Like I was like, man, fuck that. If he doesn't let me enter it this time, then I'll never enter it again. And here we are,
Uh-huh.
five years later, I finally got convinced to enter.
Yeah, because you were doing some hosting before that during the events,
Yeah.
right? Like
I
for the
still
kids
am. I
and
work with Cross a lot. That's like one of
okay.
my best friends, bro. Like that guy's a mentor. He's like my dad in this culture, bro. For real. I love Cross, bro. They blessed me majorly. I helped them out a lot in freestyle session as well with hosting the kids battles. I help them with clothing designs. I help them with anything that I can promoting. Yeah. So shout outs to Cross, freestyle session, and Polo. Those are the homies, bro. Those are my mentors.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that's fire. Before even the 40 versus 40, 2 versus 2, you're still competing those day. I seen videos like you did some of the I think you Vegas, Red Bull as well, which is another big, big jam too. I think it's probably the biggest one-on-ones right now. It's the Red Bulls.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
so
that was
yeah,
what,
I won the Red
10
Bull.
years
I got
ago
invited.
probably.
Yeah, I got invited to the Red Bull. Shit, I don't even remember what year that shit was. I think it was like 2013 or something. I'm really bad with dates. I really need to study my own fucking history at least.
Yeah, right, right, right.
But I think, yeah, I think it was like 2013.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been
No,
somewhat active, but I also like try to chill back too. I mean, I could show you the trophies and I can go through my bio or whatever. Yeah, I've been consistent until like I think 2018, 2019. I kind of been going at it. And in 2017, I got a call from Red Bull and they were telling me that they wanted me to go to the world finals. But
yeah.
yeah, but they wanted me to be more active, to enter
Mm,
more battles, and I was like, "You guys fucking should know, like, I'm not cocky, but you guys should know my fucking record, like, I can hang with the big dogs, like, I don't like." And it was 2017, like I said, so, like, 9 years ago, I was still super active, and so that same year, I went on a fucking rampage, bro, just to shut them up. I won, like, 12 I won 12 huge events, like huge events. And yeah, I went on a rampage. I literally made it to the point where they were like, there's no way they cannot see this fucking murder streak that I went. And so and they still didn't invite me.
which big jams you're speaking of during this rampage?
Like I won a pity the fool, which was like a knucklehead some Cali event. I won another jam in Vegas, which was Life is Beautiful. I won the B-Boy Summit. I won fucking like a LA Breakers jam. A few of they do some stuff here at the market. So I did like even underground events. I have them written down because I knew like all this shit would pop up, right? So yeah, it was kind of like to prove a point to them, and at this point it was kind of like to shut them up. Like, come on, dog. Like you guys are trying to get me to like enter more battles. Like I don't need to prove anything to anybody no more. And so yeah, after that, I kind of started slowing down. I was like, oh, trust me, I love everybody in this culture. I love Red Bull. Red Bull has been like a big blessing as well, because they've helped me out a lot. They've given me the platform and everything. But I always get a little like I don't take it personal, but I always think like some people are a little unfair to me sometimes,
Right.
to me. And it's probably because I was maybe a little bit of a bully, or I come off a little strong during competitions, but that's because I'm trying to let all my anger in the battle. Like I'm not trying to, I'm not like that in real life. I literally do this. Or I started doing this, like what I said in the beginning, so that I can relieve all of my stress and insecurities and boom. So yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
competitive. I'm gonna be active. I literally paid rent for years through winning competitions, and so yeah, I'm gonna be pretty fucking aggressive if I want to pay rent. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm sorry
Right.
some of those people were caught in the crossfire, but I think some of those heads still are holding on to that feeling and that grudge. So it's like,
I feel like during that era, you're that time when you're the most active. There's a lot of b-boys who had that hunger, that
yeah,
aggressiveness,
you have to be like
the
that, bro. You can't
ferocious.
be out here. You can't be out here looking like a little puppy dog. Like people are gonna eat you up. Like especially in like you said, in the years that I was around and doing the most. Like, bro, there are some people who were really, really like active and they weren't afraid to throw blows. Like nowadays, I think a lot of the new generation they think like acting tough or like throwing out the disses or doing this shit like they think like that's like acting tough is like a new move or like a new trend. Like, bro, you don't do that shit unless you really are about that life. And before you had to be about that life, dude. You can't fake that. There's no way.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy when we're outside the circle if that's the way you are. But for the most part, like I said, when I'm being aggressive in a battle was a mirror of what it could be outside, but I'm not.
Right. You were throwing down in the battles
Yeah,
versus
just
an
right here.
actual
Yeah.
scrap
Just like a
outside or
basketball
something.
player, bro, you're gonna talk mad trash, right? But it's
Yeah.
in the game. Like outside of the game, it's just I'm a whole other person. Just like wrestling. Wrestling,
Yeah.
the wrestlers, when they go on stage or the ring and they come out, it's fucking Hulk Hogan. But Hulk Hogan is not like that outside of his, to his children. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you
Right.
can
Right.
act or pretend a little bit, but you're not the same character. This is Little Rock, but right now you're talking to Eddie, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I mean, I could backtrack,
It's a
bro. It's like
person.
Eddie's just a name, like who I am as a soul and as a person. It's like I said,
Right.
I'm
It's almost like a persona, right?
yeah,
Snap into character mode to do this. For example, I think Kobe said it best, when he's in the basketball field, he don't want to be your friend, he don't want to be your homie. He's there to compete and get those baskets in.
That's a
But
dude.
off the, the court, yeah, it's a whole different person.
Yep. Yeah, and so I think like some people like promoters, and I haven't gotten as much opportunities because of me being like that in the battles, and then also not caring about making friends. Like
Mm,
I just live my own life. Even to this day, bro. Like I'm really cool. I live super far. I don't really hang out with too many people. I play handball for the most part, but I don't even hang out really with any of them handball players. Like I have a whole new batch of new
right.
friends
Okay.
from this other thing, but I don't really hang out with anybody. I just go teach. I mind my own business. I stay to myself. I talk to a few people here and there, but I think it's mostly the
Are you
people who
there?
kind of matter
Something cut
and
out or
and
something.
that are uh, inspirational, and they're like I feel like they're good energy to be around. That's yeah, pretty simple life, bro. I love being solo dolo a lot. I like thinking to myself. I don't even listen to music.
Yeah.
It's been like 10 years. I don't even listen to music at all. Like when I'm driving or none of that shit. I don't know what new rappers are out. I don't listen to nothing. I don't watch no TV. I don't pay attention to sports. I don't know who's playing in the Lakers other than LeBron. I have no idea about football. No UFC knowledge. Nothing.
Right, right. I get it because like sports too. I don't watch sports. I mean, I might know who like the main person blowing up because you see all the feeds, right? But
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
other than that, I don't keep track or nothing like that. But when it comes to breaking, I think it's a little different, right? Kind of pay more attention.
Yeah. I mean, we're into it. We love this. Like I'm still
Yeah.
starstruck. I see some of the b-boys that I'm watching. Like obviously, I'm on Instagram and other like Facebook and YouTube, whatever. But when I see battles and b-boys, I'm like, oh shit, like that's this fool right here. When I see him, I'm still starstruck, bro. Like, cause I'm a fan of this shit still. I love this game. I love breaking, and so yeah. I mean, I have mad love and respect for all the young generation as well. Like I look up to them, and I'm still learning. So it's dope. It's just a
Yeah.
circle.
Heck yeah, dude. Some of the you I think you're out of internationally. Were you out for breaking recently? Out in teaching or mentoring or
Yeah, well, I
coaching?
was teaching. I went to go, Japan. I went to judge only and to experience Japan, and it was my first time. So
Well, dude,
I'd
how
experience
was
it.
it? I still had to Japan. I never been. So,
It was the sickest ever, dude. Like exactly what I imagined it to be. Yeah, I mean, like we said, from Prime 2000, I was getting offers to go everywhere around the world, and I didn't have my passport. I didn't have my citizenship. I couldn't
oh,
travel. I
got
couldn't
it.
do
Got it.
anything. So that's another thing that hurt me too from becoming just as popular as all these other b-boys that you mentioned from the beginning of this podcast that I've battled, and they got bigger names than I do around the world. Is because I
Right.
couldn't travel. That's the thing that held me back a lot. Yeah. Now experiencing Japan, I just went to France last month. I went to go teach and I went to go judge as well. I have a few other trips coming up, and the next big trip is in July, and I am battling.
Well, nah.
Yeah.
Internationally?
Yep.
Nice. Where at? Asia? Or maybe you can't speak
I'm
about
not sure
it.
if I'm supposed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be talking about it yet because they haven't dropped the flyers and none of that. But
Oh, got it.
but
Got
it's
it.
big. It's like literally the biggest battle of my life. I think to right
Ooh.
now. It's another one of those big ones for me. So I'm
Oh,
training
yeah.
hard.
And how old are you right now?
I'm 44.
44? Dang.
Yep.
How's your body feel doing it till this day?
Like when you see a car and it's brand new and you're like, fuck yeah, but then like 40 years later, it's all rusty and it's fucking got dents. That's exactly what I'm feeling like right now, like the 40-year-old car with
Yeah.
dents and scratches. Like I feel amazing, but like just give you an example. I have tennis elbow. I don't know if you know what that is. It's from a
I'm
ball.
not, I don't know
I
what
have
tennis.
tennis elbow, so I could barely stab. My back tweaked out of nowhere yesterday, so I'm struggling with that right now.
Mm.
Both of my ankles are fucked up. Like I almost broke both of my ankles like last month playing handball. So I'm like really beat up, dude. But no joke, I went to the gym. I'm still running my miles, even with my bad ankles. I'm still running my miles. I went to the gym twice yesterday. I'm working out like a maniac, and it's been like that for almost 6 weeks now, straight every day at 5 in the morning training.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah. So I'm active, even though I have all these injuries. I'm still fighting through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to stay as best you can to stay
Yeah.
active and throw
Yeah.
down.
I'm smart, but yeah, it's
Do you think at during this
different.
age you kind of have to train smarter,
Yeah.
better?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I'm not trying to, bro. I was watching some footage of some battles and I'm like, damn, I can't believe I was throwing out full twist backflips and this and that. Like right now, there's no way I'm going to do that. Like, just because I don't think I think I could do it, but I'm just not in the state mind to risk it, if that
Right,
makes sense.
right.
Like I don't want to risk it like for
Yeah, you crash,
competition.
land wrong, your head hits,
Yeah.
something.
Both ankles are bad, really close to fucking snapping. Yeah, so yeah, just I'm trying to break smart, keep things really simple and easy, but right now mainly the main focus has been to drop weight. I'm trying to get into like really,
Right,
really,
right.
some of the best weight, and then also get strong. I think if I got good stamina, I'm light, and I can at least execute some of my older moves, I'll be good to go. And I break smarter now. Like from teaching, it's helped me how to focus and learn, the moves and new grooves, and just kind of approach the dance a little bit better instead of just trying to beat people with crazy tricks. So yeah, it's yeah, as you said, it's been a different kind of training, so a lot smarter training.
Yeah, cardio, that I think that's the biggest down against me too, you know? It's like, get gassed out. I can't do
Yeah,
this move because 'cause I'll be too tired to hit it, or it'll be super sloppy.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, that's why I like running from the beginning. I would always run
yeah.
because of soccer. I try to on that right now, but I try to keep up on that. That way I can at least break for a long time.
So tell me about, your teaching. So when did you get into teaching, and tell me how's that structured out with, teaching students?
Okay, so I got into teaching probably about 14 years ago. Yeah, 2012. I wanted to keep the culture alive in my city, so I started offering free classes, collaborated with the city of Fullerton,
Oh,
and
sick.
I was offering free classes for kids and teens in my hood for about 3 years. I ended up getting involved a lot with the city. They gave me the key to the city. They were like they giving me awards as like volunteers of the
Ooh,
year. So I got involved with the city a lot. And
yeah.
then one of the biggest dance studios in the city wanted me to start teaching there. So that's kind of like when I started getting paid for teaching.
Wow.
Then 7 years later, after teaching, something out of my hands happened, and I was asked to let go. They let me go from
Mhm.
the dance studio, and one of the parents asked me to start my own program because her kid really liked me. She's like, "Why don't you just teach by yourself and rent a dance studio?" And I was like, "I guess I could just find a couple more kids." And so ever since then, I started my own dance program, and yeah, it's been about 6 years now, 6, 7 years of my program with kids, and then I got approached by some dance studios because they heard about me from different parents. And so that's how I linked up with some dance studios that I teach at now. And as things have been kind of moving, some of the parents wanted to get their kids a little bit more time and serious breaking. So
Yeah.
I started booking some private lessons, and then come to find out, private lessons pay a lot better than
Right.
group
Then the
lessons.
classes. Yeah.
And, if those kids really want it, then I'm about it. I love it.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I love training kids that they want to get better. They're hungry. Like I can see it in them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's been dance studios that I stopped teaching at just because the kids play too much. So I just give them a warning,
Mhm.
and if they play too much, I just leave. I don't work with the dance studio no more. There's been private lessons that I actually just stopped just because I know the kid's not practicing. So I just stopped. So I don't train kids that don't want it.
Right, right. Makes sense.
I try to keep that as a rule to myself because I'm not there to babysit the kids and make them be happy and just learn a bunch of dumb moves. Like I want to train kids that I can pass this culture to, the knowledge that are, possibly can keep going forever. And I got some great students right now.
That's awesome. That's one thing, kind of downfall. I was teaching at a studio for a while, and it almost felt like babysitting, right? And there's like one or two kids that are pretty like you can tell they're hungry. They're
Hmm.
willing there to learn. I This was 10 years ago. I was at a dance studio, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna. I was like, I invite another teacher to take over my spot. I was like, I
Yeah.
can't do this. Just like a lot of time commitment. But I'm like, I like it to move it forward, like you mentioned, like the
Yeah.
hungry
Well, it's got
ones.
to touch your soul, bro. If it's not like
Yeah.
when I went to go teach this studio, I'd almost feel like I wasn't happy to be there.
Mm,
I felt weird. So if the kids are not putting in that effort, that time, that extra time, and they're just
yeah.
playing around, I'm not interested, bro. Like I said, I've quit a couple already. Left on good terms, but just I can't work with kids who are not in it.
Yeah, yeah, because 'cause you're there for a purpose and you try and get these kids
Yeah.
better, you know?
Yeah. I'm not there just to make the money. That's cool too. Of course, we all need money, but I want to train kids who want it. That's my main focus. That's what
Yeah,
makes me happy. So we
I
keep it,
love that,
try to
love
keep
that.
that.
Yeah, I thought about teaching too in my head. I was like, but I wanna find ones that were like, like you mentioned, the hungry ones or the one that's most, wanna be actual really wanna learn this stuff.
Yeah.
Dang, some of those are those students, competing too that you're teaching?
Yeah. So we have a competition this weekend. It's a small community event with the church, but some of them are going. Some of them will be their first battle. There's one kid who's been with me for about 3 years now, and another one who's been with me for about four. They battled a few times already, but yeah, they'll be battling as well. So I got some new students that are battling, some students that have been with me for a little bit. The ones who've been with me the most, they're not like as good as they could be. That's because they're not training at home, but they are training about 2, 3 times a week.
Okay.
So they're not like fully committed, but they are somewhat committed, and I can see that they like it. So that's why I still work with them. I had a group of kids before, man, that would have been nasty right now. I had like 10 of them. They were my advanced group, and
Uh-huh.
one parent went and told everybody to sign up their kids for jujitsu this summer. Next thing you
No
know,
way.
1 month later, they were all done with jujitsu too, and they didn't come back. So I've had like a really good group of kids that were nasty, bro. I'm talking like they would have been dope right now. Like they
Uh-huh.
could have been at the Red Bull, invite or whatever. Like they would be like 16 years old right now, 17.
Yeah, yeah.
Including my nephew. My nephew was so sick and he stopped. He just started playing football. And yeah, he went varsity right away. He did varsity sophomore year, football, varsity wrestling, team captain. He's dope. But yeah, some of my students that could have been really great. Unfortunately, they stopped. But I'm building a whole new squad. I got some dope students who've been with me for like a couple months that are showing signs of like literally little genius. Like they're like real different. And I've been teaching for a long time. I have one kid I call Little Hulk.
Mhm.
He's been breaking about 5 months, 4 months, and he's insane. And when I mean insane, he's like another level. Like he learned windmills in a week, like in like four
No way.
tries. I swear,
Wow.
dude. And he's 6 years old. So he's like 5 or 6. He's tiny and he's just super strong.
That's
Like
awesome.
show him anything and he just does it. So yeah, I got some good little students on the come up right now.
Nice. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah. Are you associated with the youth breaking? Or is that different from aeronetic?
I'm involved with them. That's like he has his group thing in San Diego, but the Youth Olympic things, I'm part of the team. I did one of their
Mm.
qualifiers here last year, so I do work with them. And yeah, a lot of my students joined, and I organized the event up here in like Mid Cal, not North Cal or South Cal, like because South California would be San Diego. So he does San Diego, and then they had one in San Francisco, I think, Bay Area, and then I did one in the middle, like L.
Oh, fire. That's sick.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that because England here has a struggle of committed teachers. None of the dance studios has breakers. They had them in the past, but no one's really committed. There's like one or two people that teach,
Hmm.
but nothing like as when I was growing up about 10 years ago, everybody was like kind of teaching in every studio, but it kind of fell off. So we're getting like a weird lost lineage almost, like a gap
Hmm.
from like the last 5 years, just because some of the other cats kind of got into the business, started doing their own things. And so out in Portland, it doesn't have like a big scene. And so a lot of things I think about when we're talking about like the youth stuff and I kind of, well, I was about to come out, give them like the path of like where it can take it, like you've seen where the kids can be, as in, which a big highlight is probably the Junior Olympics. When the parents hear
Right.
that, they're like, oh, I want my kids to be on that. Let's keep
Yeah,
going, you know?
there's an incentive to do something and it brings the sports feeling into the parents. So the competitive side of things and going to competitions, battling this and that. That's a major thing for parents and our community is super important because without that, if you're just practicing, then the kids get no exposure to other kids, the community of breaking. And the most important is competing against other people. Like you should be battling. It's just like going to go play basketball with kids. That's why they take sports so serious because, oh, we got a game this weekend. We got to prepare. We got a game next weekend. So
Hmm.
it kind of keeps that flow going. Here we've never had that. That's the reason why I think the United States as a whole has kind of lost a lot of the b-boy fire. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but that's definitely one of them because we don't have any
Kind of like infrastructure.
like an infrastructure for like a sports type of feeling with our culture, you know?
Yeah.
But then you look at like Japan, you look at China, all those kids are insane, bro. You bring any of those kids
Yeah.
over here and they're smoking everybody. Like, bro, Japan is wild. They have so many little monsters. It's ridiculous. I come here and the kids are doing, little air flares here and there, and they got the little style. It's dope. But the kids in the United States compared to the ones over there are the ones here are behind, bro,
Right.
including mine. Don't get me wrong. That the kids in Japan are insane. From what I heard recently too, that the kids in Russia are
Mhm.
even another level above
No
everybody
way. Wow.
because of this whole like war thing, and a lot of people are not working with
Oh,
Russian
got it.
people and Russian kids. So the Russian B-boys are like, yo, like we don't have anything to do with this. Why are you not hiring us? And they got this like inner anger that's like extra now. So they're going in even harder now to prove to the world that they are worth it, that they have nothing to do with what's going on. And so from what I've heard, the B-boys in Russia are like extreme, like another level. We know
Okay.
some of the famous ones like Grum,
Uh-huh.
this Kid Tigger, a lot of the ones that are coming out for this one new crew with Aqua Lil. I think it's called Panda, something Panda, Green Panda. There you go.
Green Panda Crew? Uh-huh.
Yeah, they have a lot of like their team is sick, bro. Don't get me wrong. They're nasty, like
Yeah,
top
yeah.
notch, like world class. From what I heard, there's like 200 of those fucking same guys, you know?
No.
And yeah, so I'm like, no, like here we go again. It's another level. But yeah, I think, but that's what we're talking about is that they have battles, they have, reasons to stay active. And here, kids don't really care. The parents, they'd rather go to, the kids' baseball game on the weekend
Mhm.
than to go to a competition. And they take those kind of sports a lot more serious than our breaking thing. I think they look at
You're right.
breaking as just like oh, I know you like to dance, so let me sign you up. Or I used to break back in the days, so let me see what you can do, you know? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's not necessarily a competitive feeling and a sports type of vibe. They just look at us like, oh, well, if we don't have anything to do this weekend, then we'll come. So,
Yeah. Yeah, like, I have my, daughter, she's 9, right?
mhm.
She's in gymnastics, and so, like, recently, she won state champion, she got a banner, she's 9, right? But
That's sick, dude. Congrats.
she does competition, right? Thank you. She does competitions, obviously, there's expense to it, right? But then during competition, she's practices 3 days a week for 3 hours, and then, for moving to, like, competition-wise, there's, like, regular I don't know what you call it, kind of like city, local jams or competitions, and then there's regional, and then national, and there's state, and then there's like Western Conference, but it kind of stops there. But then, you know, taking some of that when we see that all the parents are involved, all the kids are involved, many, gymnastic groups, right? And so in a sense, I haven't seen that like proper into like breaking yet, you know.
Yeah.
And I think what I seen from in Cali seems in Vegas. Dang. I think it's growing, but it's not there
It's
yet.
getting there. Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
getting
that's
there
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
It's growing,
Yeah,
yeah.
the new scene, everybody's super friendly. Like we're talking about how it was back in like our time when we were active. Everybody's aggressive, ready to fight. Nobody liked each other. You didn't want to teach the other person unless they were in the same crew.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the new generation, everybody's like super cool with each other. They all support each other, which is a really beautiful thing to see, dude. Like, no joke. A lot of the times where I'm hosting, I always tell people after the battle to shake hands because a battle lasts a few minutes. A friendship lasts forever.
Mhm.
And this is a message that I
Yeah.
try to always tell the kids to remember because I've lost friends because of this. I've lost,
Right, right.
battles and won battles, but at the end of the day, we should all just be cool. Like that's what we're competing for, is just to make each other better, And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's what's happening now with the new generation. Definitely. That the new generation, everybody's supporting each other. There's a lot of parents, bro. There's so many new kids that are breaking out. It's sick. That's the reason why I'm making a living too, because there's a
Mhm.
lot of kids that are getting into it. So we're trying to change that, bro. I'm part of it. Like I said, I work with aeronautic and the youth Olympics that are that's going on right now. I work with Cross. When we did the freestyle session the very first year that we did it, I was with Cross in a hotel for Silverback, and I asked him if he was doing kids battles. He told me no. I said, look, I'll run it. You don't have to pay me. I'll get money for them. I'll sponsor them. I'll do everything. You don't have to move a finger. Just give me a spot during that time, and we'll make it happen. So I work a lot to push these kids, bro. Like I said, I teach in my community. I been this breaking is not about me anymore. It's about the youth.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the future. I don't think about it as like, oh, it's my career and this and that. Like I could care less, bro. All my trophies, they just sit there. It doesn't matter. But
Right. Right.
the future and me giving back to the culture, like I was saying, it saved my life. This is for me now to save other kids' lives and change their lives. So I've been like that for a long time now. It's been over 15 years that I've been thinking this way. And yeah, we're trying a lot to change the scene here, to move the culture forward with the kids, and also show the parents that there is future in this breaking and
Yeah.
your kids can make a living from it. They can make a career. Believe in them just as much as we believe in them as coaches. So
Right.
that
Yeah.
that can go a long because now they can take breaking a lot more serious and get them involved.
Yeah, even to, tap into that too, do you think like even like programs or like say Sense of You studios, right? Do you do performances too like at schools or like maybe their elementary school or something like that where you can have these kids, hey, you want to perform, right? It's a paid
Yep.
gig or maybe it's for free, but they gain that exposure at the same time
Yeah.
to do that. And
Yeah, it's
then
tough. It's
yeah,
tough because a lot of people don't know where to find breaking, and a lot
yeah,
of kids
yeah.
have never even seen it. So, yeah, doing like you said, doing performances at high schools, junior highs, middle schools, preschools, that's very important. But it's hard to get those gigs. I mean, there is some teams that are doing that. I do that still to this day.
Yes, yes.
I'm performing a lot. Like I said, this weekend I got a competition that I'm doing together for a church. I'm organizing a kids crew battle. And so there will be other kids that are going to get exposed and hopefully we can get some new kids to start breaking.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's all part of the movement. You know, I know some of Aeronetics kids performed at like some basketball games, a lot of
Yeah, that
community
was sick.
things. So,
Saw that.
yeah, all of those things are super crucial for our culture. They're really important. And so with that said, too, I know that I just want to throw this out there. I know that there's a lot of new generation B-boys that are watching your channel as well. And, you know, they might be
Yeah, yeah.
in between their 18 to like 28. I don't know. This just goes to them. The new generation B-boys, if you feel like you're carrying, you know, the torch and all of that, try to get involved into teaching kids, man, because they're the new generation. You guys are the ones that should be passing it to them now. And so as much as, yeah, it is your time to shine and it is your time right now. You know, you might be hitting your peak or whatever it is. Also, think about the future of breaking and get involved with your community. Find kids, new kids, show the general public what we do. Get
Mm.
out there and try to find new kids to start breaking because that is more important than our own personal careers.
Fire, dude. I love that. I love that. Because you got that purpose. The purpose, you got to pass down the knowledge to the youth. Otherwise, where does it go? It goes to to the grave with you. But
Yeah.
passing it down the
It's
knowledge, it's a beautiful,
at
yeah,
the end of the day, you have to be unselfish, bro. You can't be selfish. This culture is not yours, and your history is your history, and that's it. But at the end of the day, we want to keep this alive and help it grow. So if you want to do
love it,
that,
dude.
you have to get involved with teaching kids,
Yeah,
passing
yeah,
on the knowledge and everything in between so we can keep this culture alive and grow. We don't want to just keep it alive. We want the shit to grow, man, and the positive, the right way, you know?
100%. Dang. So yeah, man, dude, Little Rock. I love having you on the show, dude. You got so much knowledge, jam packed, a lot of history and lineage behind you. You battled against, world class b boys. Essentially, you're world class b boy too. Different roots. Just hasn't got that major exposure like you mentioned in the podcast earlier, dude. Watching some of your footage, I was watching right before we jumped on. I was watching you against Rocks, right, and then you hit some tricks and combos. I was like, wait, what? Ooh, damn. That's pretty
Yeah, man.
nasty.
Yeah,
Nasty.
had to, bro. Have to elevate. You got to elevate the game too. You know, you got to raise the standards, and
Yeah.
that's what we're
So,
trying to do.
are you working on any projects going on? I know you mentioned so you got the competition this weekend, which is what, tomorrow or next weekend or
Yeah,
something?
tomorrow.
Dope, dope, man.
Yeah.
And people, if people want to get in touch with like how to get into teaching into your program, where can they find that?
You can always reach out to me on Instagram. Little Rock Illa forever. It's LILROCK. Little Rock Illa ILLA forever. And then maybe you can tag me on this as well and put those tags in there,
Yeah, yeah.
or just ask around. I'm sure somebody has my number. I don't want to throw that out there, on a podcast, but
Nah, yeah, yeah. I'll leave it
yeah,
on the description below. But what city you're in? You're in
I'm in Moreno
Calif
Valley, but
Moreno
yeah,
Valley.
I still teach. I teach everywhere, bro. Like one of my private lessons is in Malibu, so I drive like 3 hours to get there. It's far as fuck, but it's an amazing uh, kid, and his parents have been great to me as well. So it's worth it. And so I'm everywhere. I'm in LA all the time, twice a week. I'm in Orange County 3 times a week, and then I live in the Moreno Valley. So anywhere in the IE, Riverside, Ontario, Chino area, you guys get at me, and I'll try to work things out. I think we
Yeah.
lost connection there,
Yeah, we lost
but
tonight for a second.
yeah. But I'm everywhere in Southern California, man. If you guys are in LA, Orange County, or in the IE, you guys can reach out to me. I can try to fit you in the schedule. To be honest with you, right now I am like it's full. Like I can't even add new students. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's really tough. I teach every day, bro, even Sundays.
Oof.
So
Is it just you or do you have like a team?
it's just me for the most part.
Mhm.
I do have an assistant who helps me in my own program.
Dope. Okay.
That's yeah, but that's pretty much it. I do need to get a team though, bro. I need to grow this.
I feel you.
I need to grow this program so that way I don't have to go and teach and I can go and do other work, But that's definitely a good reminder. I need to outgrow this program myself. It's just hard because a lot of the parents and the kids love me, so they like want
Yeah,
me to be there, and that's like that. Obviously, that's a lovely thing and all, but yeah, there's going to come a time and a place where need to outgrow the
for
program
sure.
and get to
Yeah,
do some
yeah,
other
yeah.
things too.
Dude, dope. Dude, Little Rock, I'm gonna wrap it up right here, dude. Before we end the show, you got any questions for me?
No, not really, man. I just want to thank you for having me on. I've been seeing, some of your clips and all that stuff, and you're doing pretty cool work. I admire what you're doing. I'm glad you're sharing the knowledge behind the b-boy, their personal life. You're doing something great. Keep it up, man. So thank you for having me on and asking me.
Oh yeah, thank
I
you.
appreciate
Yeah.
you. I always love sharing, some of my history because I feel like a lot of people look at me one way. Um, and they might be right or they might be wrong, but I just want to put out the truth. This way people know, kind of like who I really am. So thank you for giving me this platform and the opportunity to share my story. I appreciate you a lot, man. I wish you nothing but the best. And I wish your daughter keeps killing it in gymnastic. Anytime you want to do this,
Yeah,
man.
thanks.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I love kids, man. Like I said, I got my little one. She's 4, so she'll be competing
Ooh,
soon.
awesome.
Yeah, she's
Is
strong.
she
So
breaking?
she is. She is. She's not practicing
Okay.
a lot, but she's somehow better.
Ooh,
Every time we break, she loves it. She loves going to class. She goes with me to classes. I take her at least once a month. Sometimes I take her twice. It just depends. But we break here. And right now I'm training. So every night I come home, she breaks with me. And it's hard to get her off the floor, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
dude, love it, love it.
Yeah. We're growing though.
Right before we end the show, I want to do what's called a cipher round. Are you ready? It's just like 5 questions, top of your head, whatever you can think of during that time.
Let's go.
All right, let's end with the cipher. First question: what is your favorite breaking move?
Head slides or head spins.
Slides or spins? Load it, right? Either
My favorite move? Fuck that. My favorite move is 6 step.
6 step. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Back to basics, foundation. Yeah,
Yep.
love it. Is there a favorite song you like to go to when you dance to? Artist or song track?
Oh, man, obviously, I'm a big fan of DJ Flag, but of course, I can
Ooh,
always go back to like James Brown.
ooh,
It's like if I could, it's yeah, Flag for the new stuff, James Brown, for the classics.
ooh. Love it. Good, good. Are you listening, or actually, are you listening to, or are you reading any books or audiobooks?
No, I just got a book. Fuck, where is it at? No, I listen mainly to some podcasts, but yeah, I just got a couple books. I got The Art of War recently.
Ooh, I need to read that. I heard that one's actually really good.
Yeah, I just got it. I actually have it in my car. And then I just got another one on Amazon, but I think it's called The Power of Believing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
right.
those are the
Yeah.
two new ones that I'm on right now.
Ooh, good. Dope, dude. Dope. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Sick,
I
sick.
love pineapple, bro. Jalapenos too. You put that shit on there. You got me.
Good. Yeah, it's a hit or love question. Some people are like, hell no. No.
Oh
It's people
yeah.
love it, right? And so last final question. If you can enter a competition for the 2 vs. 2, do you know who your partner would be?
It's tough. That's a tough one. Right
Yeah.
now, it is okay. So I would always go to war with Crumbs. Always, anytime. Like that's my guy. I like Crumbs. But then
Uh-huh.
From four, me and Energetic, like I was saying, we got plenty of routines, bro, to battle anybody. Energetic was a power head. I was a style head. So we're a good team. But right now, as we speak, my next partner for a 2 versus 2 is Benji for a freestyle session, Japan,
Oh,
in
damn.
November.
Wait, is
Yeah.
that in the works
He asked
already?
me.
Or
What? Yeah, he asked me to enter with him.
oh, damn. You got to make some history.
Yeah, so this is the first time that actually I don't even know if I was supposed to. I don't know, whatever. I don't. I'd rather not talk about stuff.
If
I
you
like I said,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I wanted to release. Fuck it. I'll just say it. Like yeah. So me and Benji are entering freestyle session Japan and the 40 and over.
Ooh, that's gonna be sick, man. Yeah, dude, I wish I missed it last year, but now it's in the World Finals in Japan. That's gonna be sick,
Dude,
sick,
you can knock two birds with one stone. Go to Japan.
right?
Yeah, for a
Yeah,
freestyle session.
freestyle session goes to Japan, this November coming up, right? And so I'm like, dang, okay, yeah, yeah, I would love to go. I think maybe next year though, just because like I got the fam and we have some trips coming up, the financial, going through there. So just trying to figure it out.
Well, good luck, man. Yeah, we'll be there. Who knows where it'll be next year, but yeah, hopefully you can make it out. So hopefully some miracle
Yeah.
happens for you, and you could get some freedom and some financial support to go over there.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be sick. Oof. Damn, Little Rock. Hey, thank you. And it's a pleasure to have you on the show once again. Give him a follow if you guys are following Little Rock or, dip into his program. Learn some knowledge and history from his lineage and what he has. Dude, thanks again. Little Rock. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Yo, Tony, thank you, brother. I'll see you soon. You guys stay blessed. Peace.
Thank you.